So I have been very busy in the past couple of weeks and I have picked up a load of cards. A big motive for this was starting to do PSA submissions. If you watched my last video, I actually mentioned how this is something I want to tap into, as I know there's a lot of profit to be made here, a lot of margins between raw cards and PSA 10s obviously. I'm going to go through the condition of all these cards properly later on, so stick around to the end of the video as I'm going to go through my actual final contenders for PSA submission. Now just before we start, I would love it if you guys could subscribe. This is obviously a new channel and it's something which I want to take really seriously going forward. So the more subscribers is obviously a bit more motivating. Actually only 9% of viewers are subscribed right now. Hopefully we can change that. Yeah, let's get into the cards. My target was mainly lower priced products that have a lot of upside and mainly big names in the sports across football and F1. So you're going to see a few Kimmies, a few Landos, a few Messis, Ronaldo, Lamine, those kind of names. So I'm going to go through every single card I've purchased quite quickly, as a lot of them are quite low scale. So first up, we've got a Kimi Antonelli rookie Excellenza card. Excellenza cards have a very low pop, but based off sales that have happened, there's a lot of upside. The only issue is it's a bit more of a premium card stock, it's a bit thicker. I'm not too sure how this is going to grade, so this might be one, but the thicker card does make it a bit more risky, but we'll see. So we've got two Lando helmet collections from this year. These have a lot of upside. They sell for roughly about £5 raw, but about 130, 140 in a PSA 10. There's a lot of upside potential. So I'm going to try and send off a couple helmet collections in my PSA submission. Now this card is beautiful and it's Cristiano. Galazzo from 2024 Topps Chrome. Looking at it immediately, I'm not too convinced that it would gem, looking at the surface mainly. So I don't think this is going to get sent off. All the cards which I'm not going to send off, I'm just going to relist. I feel like I picked up most of these for a good price anyway, raw, so I'm not really going to lose much. Maybe just £1 here and there from shipping and everything and selling fees. In some cases, I actually think I might profit. I'm only going to submit things which I'm very, very confident they have an actual chance at a 10. We have a nice little Lewis Hamilton collection. So we have the helmet collection, and we have an on the move insert, but in the logo factor. The logo factor actually has a lot of value to this card. I had a PSA 10 in this card and sold it for 135. This one's a bit more expensive though than the Lando, so slightly less upside, but maybe like a £20 raw card, so still a big flip if it does gem. Then I picked up a Max helmet collection. I actually already have one in my collection that I've held purposefully with the intention of potentially sending it off. So I'm probably going to send off one, maybe both of them, depends on the condition. This one does look very nice, to be fair. This is kind of the first time I'm looking at these cards because I literally just opened them and making a video straight away. But these have a huge amount of upside. They sell for between 30, 35, 40 raw and about 300 plus in a PSA 10. So if I send off one of these Verstappens and either of them gem, that's the whole submission and more paid for. So there's a lot of upside there. We've got a set of 4 F1 cards. We've got another Kimi Excellenza, slightly different version. This one is Esordienti. I'm not Italian. I don't know what that means. I could translate it, but I haven't. We've got another 2 helmet collections, another Lando and also an Ollie Behrman. Ollie Behrman, a lot of upside. Similar price range to Lando as in the PSA 10 price and the raw price, but a rookie helmet collection from a driver that there's no way he doesn't move to a big team soon. I think as soon as Lewis retires, Behrman's there at Ferrari, so that could be a nice one to have. And finally, another Kimi on the move refractor, which again, very nice card. All Kimi cards are obviously very inflated due to the fact that he's leading the World Championship and he's won 3 on the bounce as time recording. I don't know if this will come out after Canadian Grand Prix. Insert the result now. Did he win? Do I think he's going to win the Canadian Grand Prix? I reckon George won. I think George won. I think George won. But Kimi was in P2, I'm sure, so it's okay. This was the most expensive purchase, and I bought this regardless of thinking I'm going to send it off or not, just because I bought it for a pretty good price. It's a portrait rookie Kimi, number to 299. I bought this for 100. I think exactly 100, and they normally sell for about 150. Again, I will inspect the condition because if it does gem, this is looking like a 500-600 card right now. Again, right now the prices might change, so that's the only thing that makes me hesitate to send it off, as I feel like the prices might change, and even if it does gem, it might not reach those levels by that point. But who knows? It might even be higher. Like you just don't know. But again, I'll only send this off if I'm 100% sure that this has a chance at gemming, basically. But this was the biggest card in the lot. as a bit of a spoiler. Now going on to a couple Messis, we got the La Masia insert Topps Chrome. These are really cheap as well, raw, like again about £5. I think I got these for maybe 6. I don't want to say 7. So let's stick with 6. But there's a lot of upside if these gem, around 90, 100 if they gem. So again, I'm going to inspect these. Next up, we got a Lamine Yamal rookie Mystic Knights insert from Topps Merlin. These are really cool. These look really nice. I really want to send off a Lamine just because I know he's going to go crazy at the World Cup. It's crazy he's not even been at a World Cup yet. I feel like he's been around forever, but this is his first World Cup. The rookie one would be nice, so I'm hoping this is in good condition. I did check, I bought these all on eBay. I did check the actual images and inspect the condition as much as I could. I even asked some questions to some of the guys that were sending them. Obviously, you can't actually tell everything on eBay. We've got a checker flag on the move. This card looks really nice. A lot of upside on this one. This one looked in great condition on the pitch I remember seeing, so I thought this is a strong contender. I don't know if a checker would make it harder to gem, but this one does look really nice. Properly nice card, so this one might definitely be going. This is the other Lamine I have. It's not a rookie card, it's the year after. Wonder Kids from Topps Chrome. This one has a bit less upside. Very cheap though, very cheap raw card, like £3 raw, but about 75 if it gems. I mean, I'm considering sending all of these off. It all depends on the best condition. I would max out at about a 10 card submission. I don't think there's going to be 10 cards which I think are flawless, especially while this is the start of my journey, so I don't have a big budget, so the grade matters probably more to me than someone that's been doing this for years. We have 2 Gabby Bortoletto helmet collections as well, both rookie. All the helmet collections are very, very similar price-wise. At least the Lando, Bortoletto, and Behrman helmet collections, they're all about £5 raw and all about 120, 130, 140 in a PSA 10. The final Kimmy card is just a refractor. This is actually still very expensive for a refractor. It's about 70, 75, 80 raw. I picked up for in the middle of that about 70, maybe about 72. There's a Christmas card, and this is here intentionally. It's actually got it's got 2 Messi cards inside. The Messi cards have got as an ultimate stage from Topps Chrome. Yeah, there's a lot of upside in this one, so just got to check the condition. And then the final card of the whole lot is this Messi card, the Starball card. Again, really nice looking card, a lot of upside potential in this one. Anything Messi is a very safe bet because, I mean, it's Messi, like his price isn't going to go down. But yeah, so this is my mammoth selection of cards that I'm now going to have to go through and check their condition and then pick out some of my top contenders that I think have a chance of gemming. So I'm going to come back to you with my potential contenders for PSA submission. Okay, so I have gone through all the cards for a long time, Just went through the process of cleaning everything with a microfiber, looking at it under light in a dark room, just trying to notice any kind of surface marks and then any edge wear at all. And I tried to be as strict as possible. Just because it's my first submission, I want to learn how to consistently get good grades. And I've managed to cut it down to 8. The first one being submitted is the Kimi Antonelli checker flag on the move. This one looks really nice. This one, potentially my most confident one. That might come back to bite me. Is there any wood? Touch wood. It's not the only Kimi being submitted. As I mentioned earlier, I don't want to submit too many Kimis, just in case. I think even if worst case scenario, he is third in the championship if like a McLaren or Ferrari catches up. He's still shown he's very talented and he's going to be a world champion one day. Now, next up was actually another on the move, Lewis Hamilton logo fractor. This one looks really nice. On the moves also have a pretty good gem rate, like that Kimi for example, 100%. I think it's pop 4, only 4 have been graded and they're all 10s. So on the moves do tend to grade pretty well by the looks of it. The Mystic Knights Lamine is getting submitted as well, the rookie. It looks really nice. The only thing potentially is the top edge is what I can see. Other than that, it's really clean. I'm also going to make a note on everything that I submit about any kind of slight imperfection that I can see. Nothing to the point that I think there's no chance of it getting a 10, but any kind of thing, just so I can learn as I go about what they actually punish you on at PSA, basically. Because I know I'm not going to go 8 for 8. I know that. I want to get maybe 3, and I think based on all my calculations and based on my spreadsheet and everything, that would still be a profitable submission if I just get 3. And also with pretty much every single card submitting, the PSA 9 value is greater than what I purchased it for plus the grading fee. So even a PSA 9 I'm gaining slightly, not a crazy amount, but I'm gaining. It's only the 8s that I want to avoid, hence I'm being very strict to myself. I'm sending one of the Max Verstappen helmet collections off. I wanted to submit at least one of them just because the upside is so big, and this one is the better of the two. I've actually been very conflicted as to which of these Kimmies I'm going to send off. The teal kind of refractor out of 299 or the silver base refractor. I think the 299 one looks better though, so I think that's the one I'm going to send off. One of them is going, I'm going to try and submit this tomorrow, so I've got about 24 hours to work this out. I've got two more helmet collections here. I've got a Gabby and a Lando. This was the best Lando one out of the 4 I actually had. There was also a Bearman, which again I'm going to have a look at over the next 24 hours. The surface on the Bearman, for example, was flawless. It's just a tiny bit of edge wear. So I'm going to just think about that and potentially include it as well. That is the submission that is going off. I'm nervous, I'm not going to lie, I'm nervous, but I know I need to do a submission at some point. So let's just rip the band-aid off, let's do it. And I need to learn the skill. There's so much money that's available out there for grading raw cards, and if you learn that skill, there's so much money out there to earn. I also love watching grade reveals. I'm excited to make that video myself. Hopefully the start of many submissions to come. Who knows, I might even build up another submission for next month. My aim by the end is to have monthly submissions going out, and therefore monthly submissions coming back in. Yeah, anyway, thank you for watching. As I mentioned earlier, please subscribe. More videos are coming. Join the journey. And yeah, I'll see you lot in the next one.